In case you don't know, our mission here at Sorted is to get people into the kitchen talking about
and cooking
great food.
Because of this, the guys at Tesco have asked us to take some everyday ingredients and use them to create 3 incredible dishes.
This week, we're looking at
smoked bacon!
The best ingredient known to mankind.
And not just good lasagna, we're going to show you 3 awesome recipes to make with it.
I'm cooking up a bacon and leek pasta bake.
I'll be making a bacon and asparagus brunch.
But first up, we're making a smoky bacon crumb. Right, so where are the ingredients?
There's not many of them. It's very, very basic, but very, very delicious. Bacon, bread, couple of spices. This is something to make. Put it in your cupboard. You can use it on just about everything. It starts with 2 slices of bread. Pretty stale, blitzed up. There we go, first job done. Then scatter them onto a baking tray and drizzle with olive oil, salt and pepper, and they go into an oven, 180 degrees Celsius, for about 6 to 8 minutes until they're golden and toasted. Next up, a couple of things to do. I'm going to take some bacon, 6 slices of it, and chop it up roughly.
And I'm going to chop up some thyme.
And garlic. Chopped up all the bacon, obviously it's got all the fat and rind in there as well, and into a pan to crisp up. That will also take 3 or 4 minutes.
So I'm guessing for this recipe you want the bacon to be really, really crispy.
Yes.
How do you do that? Because I always struggle to get it right.
Don't give up too early. So at this point it's definitely cooked,
right,
but it's not crispy. So just keep cooking it. And now we're going to make the crumb. At this point, crispy crumbs go back into our blender along with bacon, the thyme, the garlic and smoked paprika, a pinch of black pepper and blend it all up. The crumb you can store for a good week or so, and it's pretty much every dish you make for a week. It's that good.
I've given it an adequate taste test, and that is our smoky bacon crumb.
Sorted.
Let's do that, please. Next up, we're doing a brunch.
And it's very, very simple. Lots of different components. Each one we're doing very little too, but together the marriage of flavours works so well. So we start with smoky bacon. Cut it into thin strips and fry it in oil for a good 5-6 minutes so it goes nice and crispy. While I'm doing that, can you slice some pieces of ciabatta into thick chunks? If you can oil it up, extra virgin olive oil, a pinch of salt and pepper, and into the pan. Whilst you wait for the toast to char and the bacon to crisp up, we can prep our asparagus. Taking off the woody ends, all we're going to do is place them on the board, roll them in a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, and the zest of a lemon is just enough to make a little bit of difference on this dish.
That's
good. Awesome. The bread's toasted, that can come out of our pan. The bacon now crispy can go and be drained onto paper, and the asparagus in.
Going on.
The last part of our breakfast, poach off some eggs.
Now I've heard every single tip under the sun about how to poach the perfect egg. Stuff them all, doesn't matter. As long as they're fresh, you're fine.
As long as the eggs are fresh, and plus the room temperature.
Okay, fine. Gotcha.
Water just below boiling, salted, and you need 4 or 5 minutes, and it will depend on the size of the egg.
See, I don't salt mine, but
I've got to salt the water.
Right.
Got to salt the water, like pasta, it's got to be salted. Blasphemy if you don't.
Okay.
Last thing, just before we serve the asparagus, a squeeze of lemon juice over it, and then we can just pop that onto our bread. Drain the egg of the excess water, and just sit that on top of our asparagus.
Oh, how posh is that?
Plenty of our bacon crumb.
Now this is the really sexy bit.
A pinch of salt and pepper. Finally, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil.
And that is our bacon, asparagus and egg brunch.
Sorted.
Let's round off this video with an incredible pasta bake.
Yeah, it's an absolute family favourite, especially in my family. Your family?
My family too. Good. Different families.
Different families. Okay, so it starts off with smoky bacon. All we need to do is cut that up into rough chunks, and you're going to fry that off.
Have you ever heard this noise before?
What are you doing?
How weird's that?
You're going to cut that into rough chunks. I'm going to take a leek and cut it into fine slices.
Give me the spoon.
No.
Give me the spoon.
No.
I'll put this in your face.
No. No.
Next up, fry off the bacon and the leek in a knob of butter. We're going to talk about pasta because that's going to go into our salted water for about 9 minutes or so until it's just al dente and ready to go.
Excuse me, I need to put my bacon in there.
You've made this a lot more awkward than it needs to be.
I think you've made it more awkward than it needed to be.
While our pasta bubbles away and our leek and bacon fries, 2 more jobs to do. Grate the cheese, which you're going to do. Cheddar, keep that nice and coarse, and preheat a grill.
We're using cheddar, which is good news for me because it's the only cheese I like. But if you had a wider variety of cheeses that you enjoyed, could you use something else?
You can use different flavours of cheese, depending on what you like.
Baby Bell?
Blue cheese is really nice. Baby Bell less so.
What about cheese string?
Goat's cheese or a camembert or something softer, optional. With the pasta cooked, drain it off, and then there's nothing left to do except for make the sauce, which happens back in the same pan.
Okay.
In goes all the leek and bacon. And for the sauce, we're just going to add in creme fraiche, all the cheese you've grated, a pinch of chilli, stir it all together and transfer it to a baking dish.
And that's why this is such a good family meal or a student meal. It's just so easy.
Bung it under the grill to crisp up the top. It'll only need 3 or 4 minutes. And there we go. Look at that.
Oh, can you smell what we have been cooking? That is our beautiful bacon and leek pasta.
Sorted.
Let's get on with it.
Okay.
Tasty, tasty. Pasta bake.
Gotta be the pasta bake.
Try the crumb on a bit of pea soup.
There's so much depth.
I need
Bit of spice.
Bit of spice at the end. You've
like
got your
it,
creamy
I like
cheese,
it.
your sweet leek, your smoky, salty bacon.
Come on, Basil, let's try yours.
Ready?
This better be good because these two have been spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Now these are 3 recipes that we came up with smoked bacon. We'd love to know which of these 3 are your favourite, or if you've done something completely different, comment down below.
And make sure you subscribe to Sorted Food. That's us.